Dick Hauser Trophy winners. There's Bowerman Award winners. There's champions from the golf majors. They're National Players of the Year, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, LPGA, PGA Tour Players of the Year, and Hall of Famers in professional sports. There's even a senator in the bricks down here, Corey. The best of the best are here. And today, we're going to add a most worthy brick to the Plaza of Honor. It's going to introduce a couple of people. They're here. Deshaun Corbin, step up. From the New York Giants. Turn around there. I'll remind you that he led the ACC in yards per carry, and he tied Dalvin Cook with 2 75-yard touchdown runs, which is an FSU school record. And we couldn't be proud of it. It's Kier here. Come on up. Kier Thomas from the Los Angeles Rams. Equally proud of him, as is his teammates and coaches, as he was our team captain his senior year. So congratulations. And Corey Simon, step on up, Corey. One of the greatest players in Florida State history, and now a public servant, I guess we would say, as a senator, the Honorable Corey Simon. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to hear from our Vice President and Director of Athletics, Michael Alford, and I'll tell y'all that he is committed, and we all appreciate it, to the honoring of our history in even a bigger and better way. So, Michael, we appreciate you for that. Come on up.
So it's amazing. I was just talking to Coach Duggs and looking around at all the names that you go through here. I often come out here around lunchtime and see not only football, but just the history of Florida State University and how many people have come through here and sweat and put in the effort to put their names on this historic spot. This bridge is just truly amazing. I've been fortunate. I've been able to work with some of the top programs in the country, 2 NFL franchises, and have seen a lot of athletes come and go. Whether it's free agency in the NFL or transfers, you name it. I've never seen an athlete come in 12 months and leave a legacy like Jermaine. Not only with his personality, but leaving a legacy of his work ethic and what he brought. He really came in and set the standard for what being a Seminole in this football program is all about. And just encourage guys to come with him. And I've never seen it in all of my history, someone in that window to leave that kind of impact on the culture, not only in the program, but of the department as well. When he walks these halls and everyone knows the effort and how much he loves this place. So congratulations. We can't tell you how proud we are of you. And you know this is home. You're an old. You're just this historic spot. So appreciate everything you've done, not only the program, but for the athletic department. So thank you very much. Home's home.
You know, today's dedication means a great deal to all of us, the university at large, the athletics department, certainly the football program, but it probably means as much to Coach Norvell as any other person standing out here that's high as hopefully you. Coach Norvell, if you're ready, we'll bring you on up. Where is Coach? There he is. Come on up. Coach Norvell.
You know, we talk about all the time, people make the place. People make the place. And to be able to be here today to celebrate an accomplishment of a wonderful man that got to spend 1 year here at Florida State. And I think back to the first conversation. You're talking about an opportunity to come be a part of a program, not just as a player, not just as a jersey number, not just as being able to fill a role that might have been needed, but to come do it all. To come get an experience, to be a part of a family, to be a part of a brotherhood, to be showcased and celebrated for all that you are and all that you have become. And I'm so proud of you. because we did. You came and gave everything that you had to this team, to this program, to this department, to this community, to all Knowles, past, present, and future. And you've left your legacy. Because it's not just that number 11 jersey that you wore. It's what you represented. What you meant to those teammates. What those teammates meant to you. And it's helped put you in a position to become, yes, an All-American, a first-round draft pick. You got an incredible career in front of you. But you made an impact on the people. You made an impact on the police. Once a Knoll, always a Knoll. And by being able to provide this brick, it will always be here among all the greats that have come before you as a representation of your time. And I'm forever grateful for how you approached every day. Not just what you did out on the field, not just what you did in the weight room, but what you did in the classroom. Because you left here a Florida State graduate. And the impact that you had. And now as you're living your dream, right, with the New York Jets. And we're proud of you. But what I love is that every time that you get a break, you come home. Because you represent us in such a special way. And there's a lot of people here to celebrate you, celebrate this day. But you got to live out that dream. And I appreciate, man, all that you poured in to make this the reality. And you've established, right, your destiny within this program. And I'm just so honored to be able to be here today with all these friends. Some past, some present, and some future. You give them a dream to chase after. And I do want, in front of all of our friends, to welcome you into fatherhood as well. Jermaine had the baby girl last night. I can't wait till you're able to come back and show her this. Because this is something that will always last because of the work that you did. But I'm proud of you. I love you. And this is a wonderful day for you. But it's about what you did. And how you did it that made it special. So congratulations, young man. Go Knowles.
A lot of love in that speech, wasn't it? Now let's watch a message here from Jermaine himself.
My message to Florida State fans after the year I've spent here, just thank you. I can't be more thankful to the university, to the city of Tallahassee, to the program, coaching staff, my teammates. The love and support y'all have shown me since me announcing I was coming here. Coach JP, Coach Odell, Coach Fuller, and Coach Norvell, they all believed in me, and not only that, they held me to a certain standard. It's just a blessing, and I look back on it the rest of my life, it would definitely be the highlight of my college football career. I couldn't be more thankful from God and the coaching staff for giving me this opportunity to be a Florida State Seminole. No family, I'll always be a Florida State Seminole. Go Knowles.
Let's remember some numbers from that year. Jermaine was the 2021 ACC Defensive Player of the Year and the only player in ACC history to earn Defensive or Offensive Player of the Year in his first season with an ACC program. He was named First Team All-American by Walter Camp, ESPN, CBS Sports, and 24/7 Sports after recording 70 tackles, 18 of them for loss, with 12 sacks, forced 2 fumbles, 12 quarterback hurries, 2 pass breakups. Probably should have had Coach read this so you can hear me. 2 pass breakups and 1 fumble recovery in 2021. He led the ACC in tackles for loss and sacks, ranking 3rd nationally with an average of a sack per game and 6th in the country with his average of 1.5 sacks for a loss per game. His 70 tackles were the most among all Power 5 defensive linemen, and he was the only Power 5 player with at least 3 sacks and 4 tackles for loss in multiple games. He He was at his best against our rivals, registering 7 tackles, including 5 for a loss, with 3 sacks and a forced fumble in our 31-28 victory over Miami. No player in the history of that storied rivalry has recorded more tackles for loss in a single game. Jermaine? Yeah, go ahead. Jermaine, your legacy is cemented forever as a member of the Seminole family and a member of this great plaza. And now, there was a little snafu when we were at Boston College, as he's laughing about. So anyway, the players that were selected to take a piece of turf home for the sod cemetery got a little aggressive, maybe took a little more turf than they should have. So we thought it fitting that instead of just unveiling your brick, you get to cut the turf from around your brick to expose it. So come on up, Coach, come on up with him, and go ahead and cut your brick out of the turf.
Congratulations.
Please do.
I mean, it's hard. I can't put it all into words. I really can't. Anytime Coach says, congratulates me on everything I've done and accomplished, I always say thanks for the opportunity, because that's all you got is opportunity. God will give you the opportunity. You still got to lift your end of the couch. You know what I'm saying? So, I just thank you for the opportunity. I always say thank you to the fans, everybody involved in the program, my teammates, Pop, J-Bo. You know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't do what y'all was supposed to do, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been as good. You know what I'm saying? You don't score the ball, I wouldn't have been in pass rush situation. You don't help me on the other side, I wouldn't have got a sack. So, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody involved. And Coach is right. I always do come back when I get opportunity. This is my true home, and it's funny. This is my home. This is what I'll always say is my home. But this is the school I spent the least amount of time at. It's not about the time. It's not about where you go first. It's not about how you start. It truly is about, as cliche as corny, it's about how you finish though. It really is. My year here at Florida State, it'll be in my head. It'll hold a certain amount of value to me that I can't put into words ever. So anytime they ask me to come talk about Florida State, I probably won't do too good because it's pretty much impossible to put into words what it's done for me and what it means to me. So, if you're a young guy thinking about coming to Florida State, do what's best for you, but at the same time, I always know how much I value this, because how much I'll be able to watch as the program goes up, because it will go up, and it is going up, and it'll go at the top, and it'll stay at the top. And how much I can watch that and watch them do that, and then know that, I had a part in it. That'll always be special to me. So again, I thank everybody involved, and thank you, Coach Lavelle. Thank you everybody involved. I can stand up here for an hour and say thank you to everybody, but I ain't got that time. I got my turf, I got my brick. Good. I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. There's a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie. It's more than I thought. Young recruits, man, y'all, I wish y'all many success, much success in y'all endeavors. Because I remember being where y'all was at. It was a long road for me, and it'll be a long road for you, and it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't. I'm gonna tell you this: if you're doing it for yourself, you're gonna quit. So figure out your why, figure out something bigger than yourself, and do it for that. You'll be A-okay. Appreciate y'all.
Before we close out, one more introduction. James, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Heisman Trophy winner, first overall draft pick, New York Saints, Jameis Winston.
They always ask me, do I want to say something when I get up here? But it's an honor. I don't know if this is against the rules, but I remember recruiting Jermaine, just telling him about the importance of it being his decision. And just like all these other young recruits, this is your decision. No matter the information you get from your parents, the information you get from your coaches, and Coach Norvell speak on it. We want you to want to be here. We want you to want to be assimilating, and that's what he wanted to be. He was at Georgia, doing God's work, executing to the highest. But he came here and became one of us, and you see where he ended up at. But regardless, this is what the Lord had for him. I'm thankful that my parents are here. I'm gonna just tell you, I didn't get a chance to cut no turf and reveal my brick. But that's just the impact that Coach Norvell brings to this university. Just the involvement that everyone around here believes in him, and it has his back. So appreciate everybody that had some involvement in it, the coaches, the parents, the players, for being able to witness this great young man, and Jermaine, and all the great things that his future has for him. So God bless y'all, and thank all y'all.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today, particularly Jameis, of course, Deshaun here, Ron, Odell, all the former players that are here, Corey, everybody else. Thank you. It's been a tremendous honor for us, Jermaine, and we hope you will, as Coach told you, when you bring that daughter of yours to see that brick, it's going to be even more. Thank you, everyone.
I'm gonna go eat.